Welcome back to Shakespeare News. Tonight we have breaking news all the way from King Lear's castle. At the scene, we have King Lear, Kent, Gloucester, Edmund, and his 3 daughters, Goneril, Arreguin, and Cornelia. Tonight we will learn the chaos inside the royal family.
I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
Did always seem to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most. For ours of the weighted, the curiosity of neither can make choice of either's moiety.
Is this not your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that I embraced.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew round, wombed, and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account, though this knave came something saucy to the world before he was sent for. Yet his mother fair, there was good sport at his making. And the whoreson must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
He hath been out 9 years, and away he shall again. The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Now that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death, our son of Cornwall. And you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The 2 great princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend, where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than word can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, or honor. As much as a child or loved, or father found, a love that makes breath, or poor, and speech unable, beyond all manner of speech so much, I love you.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love and be silent?
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests, and with champaigns rich, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady, to thine and Albany's issue. Be this perpetual, what says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak!
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and price me at her worth in my true heart. I find she names my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense, and I find I am alone facilitate in your dear highness love.
Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever, remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure, than that conferred on Goneril, Now, our joy, although our last and least, to those to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak!
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my bond, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortunes.
Good, my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry. Half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
I, my good lord.
So young and so untender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth, then by thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs, from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my parental care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever, the barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation messes, to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighbored, pitied and relieved, as thou my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her the most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid be my sight. So be my grave, my peace as here I give, her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs, call Burgundy, Cornwall, and Albion. With my 2 daughters' dowers digest the third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty, ourself by monthly curse, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you my due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all addition to a king, the sway, revenue, execution of the rest. Beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet part between you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron, thought on in my prayers.
The bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly, when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak, when power to faltry bows, to plainest honours bound? When majesty falls to folly, reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no hollowness.
Kent on thy life no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn, to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being motive.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo.
Now, by Apollo, king, thou swearest thy goods in vain.
O vassal, miscreant!
Kill thy physician and thy fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recurrent, on thine allegiance, hear me, that thou hast sought to make us break our vows, which we durst never yet, and with strained pride to come betwixt our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear, our potency made good. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision, to shield thee from disasters of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom, if on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions. The moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king, sith as thou wilt appear. Freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods their dear shelter take thee made, that justly think and has most rightly said. And your large speeches may your good deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address toward you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price has fallen. Sir, there she stands, if aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure pieced, and nothing more, may fitly like your grace. She's there, and she's yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election mixed not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore, beseech you, divert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretched whom nature is ashamed, almost acknowledged hers.
This is most strange, that she whom even but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor? Sure, her offense must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it or your forvouch affection fall into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracle should never plant in me.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want thy glib and oily art, to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I do before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step, that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for want, or of that for which I am richer, I still, soliciting eye and such a tongue, that I am glad I have not, though not to have it, hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke that intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stands aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal king, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm.
I am sorry then. You have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich be poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up that what's cast away. Gods, till strange that from their cold neglect my love should kindle to inflame respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king thrown to my chance, is queen of us, our ours, and our fair France. Not all the dukes of weightrich Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind, though lose here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy,